goes ahead and goes against what basically right now, if Ike wants to go and get Heather out, she's going to have to stand up there and make the decision in front of everybody that it's a tiebreaker and I vote Heather out. That's going to fucking be shitty for her anyways.
Who cares if it's shitty for her? I don't care about her at all.
Well, I know you don't care about her at all, but right now, Heather...
But I'm talking, like, logically, bro, this doesn't make sense for us.
Yeah, it does make sense for me and you.
And that's why it was more important for us to...
It's also not just me and you in this alliance.
I realize that, but
so
right now, the people who have the biggest heat in the alliance are you and I, so that's the people we're going after the most. So it makes more sense to protect those that have the most attention. It's like if Arlie was going up right now, if it was like Heather really hated Arlie, and it was, oh, we're gonna get rid of fucking Heather because she hates Arlie. Arlie's no one's target in this house. Sarah's basically no one's target in this house. Only targets in this house are you and me. That's the only names that get dropped by anyone. But that's my point. I'll go with whatever you guys decide. If you think it's a great idea, I just disagree 100%.
I never said it wasn't my idea or if it was a great idea.
I had her convinced yesterday. What the fuck happened in 45 minutes?
Because the girls are out there freaking out at her and stuff like that. She's basically, it's completely on her, and if she goes ahead and does what we want her to do, she is basically an outcast right now and a huge target. She's freaking out about it. She's really nervous about it. So I said, do whatever you think is best for your game, because you have an alliance behind you that's going to back you. So
well, not if somebody wins, puts us up, and gets us out, then the alliance is crumbling. That's the way it works. With no alliance, there's no strength. So we've got a number one target in our house, and now an extra person in the house, and now somebody still in the house that wants to get rid of us amongst Aiga and fucking Adele.
Dude, I know all the scenarios, and I've thought about absolutely everything.
Why would it?
But it's not my decision.
Well, that's the thing. It's not 100% your decision, but if we are thinking in a group mentality, then we can't just act on our own.
Carly said, make your decision. Sabrina said, make your decision. I said, make your decision.
Okay, well then we have a confused idea of what this, what the importance of the first five is then. Because I'm not going to just make my decision. So I made my decision about keeping Paul here because it was best for the first five. Not because it was definitely not best for me.
No, that wasn't just for first five. Kyle was going after us.
But it was a calculated decision.
He was a physical threat. You wanted to go after us.
It was a calculated decision.
Exactly, because Kyle was a bigger threat than Paul.
So he was a bigger threat.
So you said you wanted to get rid of Paul solely for personal reasons, because Paul was a fucking asshole.
If we're going to look at the first five as a one entity, who is a bigger threat to the first five? Heather, who will hate all of the girls and vote with us.
I know. You're not. Why are you fighting with me?
I'm just wondering what you agree with.
Honestly, I agree with whatever she feels like is the right thing. She's not going to just do things to put us backwards. But I honestly do think, yes, there is a percent chance that Heather or Paul is going to get power or something like that, but a very small percent. If we disregard that small percent, then her not being exposed is much more benefit to us than her exposing herself. Because as soon as she exposes herself, her having any sort of chats with us, Sabrina, because she will be a complete outcast from all those girls. They will not want anything to do with her whatsoever. So as soon as she talks to Sabrina whatsoever, that's going to expose Sabrina. And if she talks to any of us, then the entire alliance is out. If we can keep that for at least one more week, even one more week, that's beneficial. Because Paul, honestly, is a very small chance that something is going to go his way. Plus, we have Ika, who's not going to be competing next week, so she won't have any power.
Cool. I know that means I can make my solo decisions now if I get HOH, or you can make whatever solo decision you want without talking to anybody. That's what that means.
What do you think we're doing right now? Go have a talk with her if you feel.
I'm not. I already talked to her twice. And she told me, she confirmed with me twice.
She told me 3 different things already, that she was on board, and then she was scared, and then she was on board, and then she was scared. She's freaking out because she's making a major
cool,
decision.
and I'll let her do her own
Well, basically, you're saying right now, well, I'm going to make my own decisions now.
Well, I just don't. I won't. I'll talk to you because like I've been doing it. I'll be making decisions based on what I think is best after I have all of the information. This is not the best decision.
We'll go talk to her.
Well, no, I'm not going to anymore. I'm not going to push someone in a direction they feel is dangerous for them. I've already explained to her if she feels it, then go ahead. But I tried to make her see, essentially, what's the point in putting so much effort into protecting you and I, because we're strong players, if then you make a decision based on somebody, do you think Sarah's targeted by?
She will be targeted by absolutely every single one of those girls afterwards.
So who is the absolute? Who is the 3 girls?
What?
3 girls she'll be targeted by? Ika, who doesn't have any power, Heather, Rochelle, and Netta.
And then, okay, Rochelle, Netta. Who's the rest of the girls?
Heather, Rochelle, Netta. Ika's doesn't count because it's only 1 week and Ika will go home. So that's 3 people. Who are we targeted by?
Paul and Ika.
Paul, Adele, Ika, Heather, Rochelle.
I wouldn't go so far as saying Adele is going to be targeting us after Ika's gone. He's going to be a loose leaf in the wind. He's going to attach himself to whoever's going to be in power.
Just hope it works out the way that...
Well, obviously I do too, but...
I mean, if anything goes wrong right now, like, Paul, Adele get this, or Rochelle, we're fucking with Ika down her fucking ear, we're in serious shit. So, and it would have been less serious shit if we didn't have somebody who was definitely going to get voted against us. Now we'll have someone, Paul, who definitely voted against us. It outweighs the numbers. Puts us in a shitty position.
Well, don't freak out yet.
I'm not freaking out, man. There's nothing I can do. I'll go back to acting exactly the same, but it's just shitty to fucking fall asleep. Everything I think is going to go right. And I even have the fucking new girl on board who's freaking out just to show that she's voting the right way. She's going to vote for fucking nothing. May as well tell her to vote for fucking Heather.
No, I wouldn't do that. Don't tell her anything yet. Because I said...
I know, I don't want to show her that we're a bunch of assholes and we can't make up our own mind.
Don't tell her anything yet. I told Sarah that I was going to talk to you.
This is emotional play.
I told her I was going to talk to you first. It's not just an emotional play, not whatsoever. I told her I was going to talk to you, and I was going to talk to her later tonight.
I'm not angry with you, bro. I'm not arguing with you. This is an emotional play because she can't tolerate being on the outcast of a failing group. She will have to be persecuted.
She hates the girl. She's
exactly. So next week,
on the outside,
great.
She's thinking about being exposed, and that would lose our power because as soon as she has any sort of connection with anybody else, then that's going to be like, okay, well, she's working with them, so that's going to expose us.
Can I run a scenario by you?
Yeah, sure.
So if we are able, one of the first 5 are able, or plus our subsidiaries are able to secure position next week and put Ika on the block after Ika's gone in a 7-day period, who then would be against her? Rochelle and Netta? 2 people she can't handle. For a week, 3 people. She can't handle for a week, 3 people being upset with her. You and I have everybody in this fucking house after us. That's the way I was playing it, bro. So that was like my mentality. That's why I would have like... But regardless, it's fine. I mean, whatever it is.
And I didn't say that it's go ahead and don't do it now because Sabrina's like, well, she's acting like she's taking one for the team, but not voting for Paul. It's taking with the girls. And I was like, well, maybe, possibly, both of you can come over and switch and vote for Paul. That'll confuse everyone who did it, whatever. So I said I'd talk to you tonight and then figure out.
Well, it looks like the decision's made, bro. It's fine.
How's the decision made when she's flip-flopping back and forth? She told me to come talk to you, figure out what you're thinking, ask you what your opinion is, and then talk to her tonight.
Who do you agree with?
Obviously, I want Paul out.
Okay, so do you agree that we are a bigger target than she is? Let me put it this way. If she goes up, do you think it'll be against one of us or against... Who do you think will be easier to save if they go up? Who is less of a target? If I and Sarah go up, who are they voting for? Me. If you and Sarah go up, who are they voting for? You. If Sarah and fucking anyone goes up, Sarah fucking like Neda. Like what? I don't understand. Like for us, it's just every scenario you play out, we are at bigger risk, and we're just doing this to protect her, which I view is as important as any one of us. The thing is that as we're a whole, each fucking person at this moment, like Arnie is not even a threat to anyone, so he's not even going to be targeted. So, like making sure he doesn't go on the block, it's not even a question. Sarah is barely even threatened. she's just going to be persecuted for a week by Ika, who will have no power, and Michelle's not going to say shit. Heather's going to be pissed off because it'll show that fucking Ika hates her. So she'll have, like, and now, yeah, she hates Heather. Everybody hates Heather because she's annoying, but, like, none of this benefits us at all. It only benefits her in her mind, for her safety and her emotions. I'm not going to say it like that to her. I'm saying this to you. Obviously not, bro. But you know what I'm saying is true. If you look at it from the logical standpoint, and am I being selfish? I'm thinking about my game, but I don't think that my game right now, or our game, I think that protecting you and I is more practical than protecting Sarah. Now, if it were Sabrina, who's making the biggest fucking plays for us, then I would say, yes, absolutely, if it wasn't putting her at risk, but it's not.
Not necessarily.
But it's a group decision. If Sabrina and Harley and Sarah and you are all okay with it, then I'm okay with it.
I said I talked to you about it. I said I
Oh, it smells like good stuff in here.
I realized that you have to make a huge decision. So I said, let me talk to Andrew and I'll talk to you tonight.
Is it burning woods?
What, your slop? Huh?
Shitty news.
What's up, Howdy McPedersons?
Just chatting.
What's up, news?
Just trying to figure out what's going to happen tomorrow and the outcomes afterwards.
Comes after
Yeah, just
If one goes versus the other.
Paco's got really good numbers, really.
That's what I'm saying. But that doesn't look like it's happening.
I don't know if it's going to happen.
No.
Why?
Because we got this going on with the other parts.
like new girl?
No, Sarah.
Yeah.
I'm still talking to her. It's not finalized.
Trust me.
She's
I just haven't. We've just been talking about it. And
She's just afraid.
Oh, she's afraid of the girls. I don't even trust her anyway to begin with.
I know.
But yeah, I guess easier said than done.
This is basically the first big move that someone's gonna have to do, and she's nervous about it.
Yeah.
So I said I'd talk to everyone, figure out what
I don't
everyone's
think
thinking.
you can tell everybody that we disagree.
Absolutely.
And then leave it at that. And I won't push her, but you can tell her that we full-heartedly disagree. You can lay out whatever scenario you want. And present it as like, if you're on the block against any of us, who goes us? If she votes against them, they don't trust her, what does that change? They still don't trust her now. They don't trust her anymore. She stays with Ika in the house for another week until she's gone. Then you've got fucking chickens with their head cut off, hating her. Who gives a fuck about that? And then you got, like, at the end of the day, so what? She's got a week that she can't be buddy with fucking Sabrina. Well, that sucks, but this is fucking game. And at the end of the day, like, right now, this is an emotional play because she's gonna be outcasted. Who gives a fuck? This isn't high school. This isn't fucking elementary where we need buddies. This is a fucking game where we're being targeted by everyone.
I know. You don't need to.
I know, but
convince me of this.
This
I
is
know
what we need to
this.
say to her, and be like super nice about it and shit.
Well,
but
that's I
I
basically
thought I
said.
fucking convinced her already.
I thought I convinced her before she flipped back the first time. This is not the first time she's flipped
I
back.
know. I've had to talk to her
Why
twice.
she's come with like I don't know anymore?
What?
When she's come like I don't know anymore?
Yeah, basically she was really nervous about it.
We were napping.
Oh, really?
See, that's how fast.
Oh,
Fast in this game.
doesn't take long.
So fucking stupid. Too much time to think. That's what the whole time to think thing is about. That's why they don't make this game fucking faster. Because they give everybody time to go crazy in their fucking head. So what is she losing? Even if it's like slight chance, like Paul is a number to vote against us. If any of us goes up, Paul will vote against us because we're strong. But if Sarah goes up against us, Paul will still vote against us.
And Paul's what you say with Paul, Ika, and Dell. Any three.
It just means that we are so much higher risk up to this point.
Higher.
way higher. Like percentage, like a massive percentage of more risk against us. Like it's a really bad poker move. Hitting our 2-7 after the flop.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Fucking not folding. Dumb.
How does
It is.
since that would be new railroads? That's just as split.
Yeah, it makes total sense. But now the girl's probably Spirits fucking having a giant problem with Joe. Probably after house Sarah's out. She's probably gonna tell her that Sarah's not the new girl's gonna fucking go the other way. So we're on fucking right now.
Calm down. This literally just happened.
I know.
And I told her not to say anything to anyone yet. I said, let me
It's
talk to
happened
you.
fast, alright.
I said, Sarah's not going to talk to anyone. The plan stays as is. She just freaked out. I said, I talked to you. Calm down. This is just you're not. You're freaking out, and now your head's going nuts, saying they're talking and all that stuff. She's not talking to anyone. This is just preliminary talking. You have to expect something like that, and she's basically making the first big move and basically exposing herself. She's a mom. She freaks out. Just let me talk to her again. It's not a big deal yet. If by the end of the night that she still feels that way, then it turns into a big deal.
Oh, I'm just gonna assume that it's Heather going tomorrow because there's no.
Well, you shouldn't have done that because you shouldn't do that because it's already flipped back and forth 3 or 4 times.
I know, but it'll just be better for me to assume that than to think that there's the idea of it not going. I'll be a little bit extra happy if it's not the case, but may as well be fucked. Spatula? It could be in the dishwasher on the top rack, but is the dishwasher done?
No.
Is that yours? Yes.
Yeah.